first step that I do with the gears is to take them, and I've made a fixture here so that I can align the teeth and mark the gears so that whenever I work with the gear to drill the holes in them, they are all going to line up. And if you don't do this and you don't pay close attention to the where you put the holes, then what happens is you wind up with the holes in the gears being off a little bit, and you can be as off as much as half a tooth, because obviously if you're off a little more than half a tooth, then you're still off half a tooth. So, and what I'm doing is I've taken one gear and I've used that as a master, which is this one here, and I've marked it, and it's going to stay attached to this little fixture here. And then I have two pins that are protruding through the holes, and you lay the gear up. Sometimes you get lucky like that, and if you look, you can see that the gears are lined up. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this one, and we'll put another one on there, and let's see how they end up. So you just put it on and take a look at it, and I'll be doggone, look at that, I got this one here too. Sometimes you get lucky and you wind up getting them back to back in the right holes. There are 5 holes, so you have a 1 in 5 chance of getting it correct. And let's just go ahead and put this one on, because surely I won't get lucky another time. But doggone, look at that, I got lucky again. Now, this is what you get when you don't get them right. So I'm going to go 1 hole off. And now, if you look close, you can see that that is not, those two teeth are not lined up. And I'm going to go another hole off. So now we're 2 holes off, and you can see now it's even off a little more. And let's go another hole off, and you can see now it's really off. And we're going to go another hole, and now we're going back the other way. And now the teeth should be lined up. So that's what happens whenever you get a half a hole off. So what I've done is I've marked every gear. So now if I pick up any one of these gears here and I look at the marks, and I put the marks back to back, looking at the holes and then sighting through the holes with the marks back to back, my teeth should be lined up. And again, this hole and that hole, so they do line up. But if I were off a little bit, then you would definitely see it. So this is kind of the thing that you have to do. It takes a little time, but you know what? If you don't do it, then you wind up with the shoulders not operating the same on both sides at the same time. So what will happen is you'll have one, because these two gears get keyed together on that pinion gear, that wire pinion, and so they have to be aligned. And again, you can be off a half a tooth. So if they're not aligned, then you're going to have one shoulder that's going to be at top dead center before the other one is. So it's really critical that you make sure and have your gears set so that they are both, the teeth alignment is the same for both gears. Now it doesn't matter from one set to another, but my idea is to keep this fixture and continue to use it, and always drill the holes in the same place, so if something happens and you need a gear, you can get a gear instead of having to buy a set and replacing both of them. It's probably a good idea to go ahead and replace one if you wind up stripping one, but you may find that it's just as easy to go ahead and replace them both. That way you know you have 2 new gears. However, no reason to replace the gear if it's not damaged or broken. So you can just get that much more life out of it. Or you can go ahead and replace the gears, both of them, and save the damaged one, and use it maybe as a template or a fixture if you do your own, or you can save the good one, and then the next time you damage one, just take the good one and put it on with the one that's already on, and remove the one that's damaged and toss it. And that way you wind up with two used gears being used instead of a new one and a used one. So that's why I have to go through this little process right here. It's all about trying to keep consistency with the parts.